Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to my new video. Today I'm gonna show you what I use for PvP on my warrior. It's a dual wield setup. I used to play with two-hander, but I'm a big fan of dual wield, mainly for the thing where the rune glove, the single-minded fury, very good from reputation. You need friendly with the new reputation, the supply officer. It gives you 10% movement speed on top of 10% damage, but that movement speed does stack with world buff, IQ for Darknesses, because that world buff pops every minute. So that's overall 30% movement speed with the rune, which is like Cheetah on Hunter, but we can use it non-stop. But besides that, Warrior is nothing but DPS master race in PvP, even there, which is not too bad. And there is one disadvantage for dual wield, and that's because that's the one thing, which is the rune on pants. There is only one you can use, which is the Consume by Rage. But for that, you need to pull for 80 rage before you proc that rune, which might take a bit. But if you have a pocket healer, which I really recommend to enjoy warrior to the fullest in PvP, because without that solo, it's pretty much pain. But if you get a pocket healer, you are on front line, take damage. The rage pulling is very easy, so it's just much better. And I tried or thought about Raging Blow on chest piece for extra damage, but you really need Warbringer on chest piece. That's just the best, right? And also a little tip, which I didn't do in this video. If you're against a tank, flag carrier with, like this bear or warlock with high armor or warrior, paladin, you want to use Thunder armor because as you can see, me and Rogue struggled big time trying to kill this druid. This damage is hilarious. So yeah, try to use Thunder armor on these tanky classes. It will go much better and smoother. So our opener or rotation PvP is charge. Then you want to use hamstring so the target doesn't get away. Then you want to either use a rent if it's a rogue that dodges a lot. But I usually tend to save rage just for heroic strike. Heroic strike is the only attacking ability for dual wield. Because with 200 we get quick strike. We don't really use a heroic strike there because we have auto attack on top of quick strike. But here we have heroic strike, which is like auto attack. And of course, if you have Druid in your group, you have Wild Strikes. You want to do the same as in PvP, in PvE. You want to fish for Wild Strikes, which is with Hamstring or Rend. And yeah, you will just weave in some Heroic Strikes in there. But yeah, I would just spam Rend or Hamstring because they're both 10 rage. But Rend gives you more damage. And that's pretty much our setup with PvP as dual wield warrior. We just, wait for rage, get that heroic strike up, keep that hamstring on the target, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, like I said, movement speed is very nice quality of life for warrior. We like mobility. We are looking for mobility the most in PvP and battlegrounds. That's what we need as warrior. That's why Warbringer is great on chest piece, and then obviously the movement speed, like I mentioned. And this was a huge clutch. I almost died, but shout out to the healer. That was a last second clutch right there. God damn. And yeah, I recommend trying to stack as much stamina as possible. That's always the main stat for PvP. Sure, strength, agility, nice too, but stamina is always king in PvP. So I try to do the same. If you're rich, you can use the Ramsey Arama Black Label, I believe it's called. That's a stamina buff that you fish from pools. They tend to go very cheap in the morning when bots put it up on the shutdowns and whatnot. But yeah, that's just a little quality of life as well. Then obviously the buffs from the classes. But anyways, this is just a little showcase from PvP. I'm gonna take you in game right now and we're gonna talk about some stuff. So the first thing that I have here are the talents. There are a couple of ways to go about talents. So first thing, you want to get maxed out deep wounds, especially if you have weapons from either Silverwing Revered, which those weapons are strong, or raid weapons, because deep wounds scales from weapon. So the highest weapon possible from raid is the best. So obviously with 200 weapon, the epic one, the epic sword from last boss, that would hit different. And also, if anyone is interested, my UI will be right up there. I have a separate video for it. Just click the little eye and it will show you in the description. Linked video. But back to talents. Heroic Strike, reduction cost, amazing stuff. It also applies to Quick Strike if you're using 200. So the only difference with 200 is you just slot your Quick Strike on the bar, which is like here because it's a glove rune. And you probably just want to ignore Heroic Strike and just spam Quick Strike in PvP. That's it. But Heroic Strike ranked to get to deep wounds, and then Tactical Mastery, or you can put 2 points from here and put it improved charge, all up to you. I just like this 20 range on the stance swap, because if you swap the stances, this arm is 20 range, so this is against melee boys. That's what I like. And then we got the last 3 points either in Cruelty, or you can take 1 to 2 points and put them in improved overpower. All up to you. I might do the same. I might take 1 point here, put it in overpower in PvP to fish for deep wounds, right? Higher crit chance to get deep wounds on the target. But crit's not really a problem for dual wield. And the great thing about Warrior is you can use this talent setup both in raids and PvP, because this is the top DPS parsing talent setup. Up 1 point in overpower to up to you. This is all up to you. So yeah. Let's go over gear. So I got the headpiece here. Although in Warsong I use this one. This one is way too good. You get the damage reduction by 5%, and you are less likely to be crit hit by 5%. Very good stuff. We got this amulet, which is from Honored, from Silverwing Sentinels over here. Shoulders from the raid. Stamina defense. Once again, you want to focus on stamina as much as possible. Kind of missing that strength stamina necklace from the raid. I don't have it. We got the cloak rank 3 from PvP. You need 11,250 honor. I recommend downloading ranker add-on. It shows you how much honor you need, how much honor you have, what's your rank for next reset, which is every Wednesday, by the way. Chest piece we got from blacksmithing. You can either use the blue piece, blue version of this one, or you can use the warrior questline chest piece, which is, I believe, 6 strength, 14 stam, which is perfect for PvP. Raids here from Stack Gates, pretty easy to get. People sell rounds, 5 gold for this. Gloves here from the raid. These are the stats you want to focus on, by the way. Strength, stamina. Like after stamina, you want to focus on strength. And then if you have some items, agility goes well with crit chance, especially with world buff, even more so with the kings from, or stats increase from Hunter and whatnot. The belt, strength, stamina. This is a quest line from Alliance. You can get the quest line here in Duskwood. It's literally right here and called something with the stars. Some good stuff. Also, I regularly recommend doing the warrior quest line that gives you a chest piece, headpiece, gloves, and pants, I believe. All of them have strength, stamina, very high number as well. They're really good. I had the gloves. It's 6 strength, 6 stam, just like the belt. It's probably best in slot right now for PvP, unless you get gears from the raid. I believe that questline started from Ironforge, but yeah, you can just search it on YouTube. It will pop up, just warrior questline, warrior class quest, something like that. And still from Westfall, yeah. Still didn't get the one from the raid. I haven't seen it dropped a single time. Wood here, got the set piece, strength stam, not too bad. My ring here, this is the Stargate questline in Starwind for Alliance. Here is from the raid. But you can also use the PvP one here. I believe this is also honored, just like the amulet here. The rune here is rank 1 or friendly. This is friendly for the reputation. Yes, easy for PvP. And then insignia is rank 1. This is just like 200 honor for the week of reset. Oh, here just for the strength. I usually go with throwables for PvP because it's faster attack speed, and this is just this is kind of slow. But for this extra stat, why not? Personal preference. Offhand is the dagger from the raid. You wanna search, or you wanna tend to use to faster offhand, so that's what I recommend. There's also one from the raid, a faced weapon, also fast, also pretty strong. And then main hand is from the Revered Silverwing Sentinels, but you can find some nice blues on auction house, which are not that expensive. Both sword main hand and then dagger offhand. Mainly from SFK trash loot. I believe people are going for that. If you don't have time to run dungeons or you're unlucky with drops, then you can just buy some of these. You can buy Shadowfang, which is a slow main hand. That's what you want to look for. And then, or you want to get this one. This is also pretty good. This one is more DPS though. And then this is amazing as offhand. I believe this one is a bit too expensive though, but yeah, strength, energy, amazing stuff. Talk about the runes now. Excuse me, I have my PvE setup here, or Raging Blow. So for chest piece, we want to use Warbringer. Enough said, usable charge in combat. You can actually even get rid of roots. If you're rooted, you can charge away from that with Warbringer. Amazing stuff. That's what warrior needs actually. And still not it, because we don't have intercept. The Pant Rune. I mean, this one is useless. This is for 200s. We don't have that. Furious Thunder. We don't really use Thunderclap. Although I do recommend it if you're swarmed around by melees, like warriors or rogues, which I believe I was in that video. I believe I used it. But if you want to run with Consumable Rage, you know, getting 80 rage, it might be a bit difficult in PvP, especially when running in a pug where you don't have pocket healer. But yeah, that's the only thing we can do. We can go with. Single Amount of Fury, the only rune you want to use. The movement speed and damage by 10% increase. Good stuff. Stacks with the world buff, 20%. I don't have it right now, but it's the Boon of Black Fathom. It's in Darknesses, pops every minute for Alliance. So this is the setup. About Consumables, if you really want to go that extra mile, I mean, you can use all of these, like regen, max HP, agility. If this one is cheap, then this is worth it. It's like almost, 3 stam, that's good. You want to stack as much stamina as possible. Strength, agility, I doubt you're going to be able to afford this, but this one is pretty good too, and pretty cheap. Extra stamina. There is one called Dark Label, I believe. That one gives 15 stamina, that's the best you can get. And then for offhand, you could use a whetstone, sharpening stone. You could even use it on main hand if you don't have wild strikes in your group, but I tend to use it on offhand because I was pretty lucky with feral Qs in Battleground, although not in the video. And obviously the first aid, like this amazing food that you can buy from the vendor for Alliance. Once again, it is here in Ashenvale, right here. You can buy this amazing food which requires more than normal food you can buy. You can afford from Innkeeper. And then same with first aid. You can see it's 640. Normal first AVR you can use now is 400. That's quite a difference. Comes in handy. And yeah, if you're really stacked, you can use free action potion. Then you don't even need pocket healer because you're immune to everything, right? But that's a powerful one for 30 seconds. This potion is insane, and it's actually pretty cheap now. 35 silver. That was yesterday, I believe. Pretty cheap. You want to use it for raid, obviously. And I believe that's about it. Obviously, if you're on engineering as a profession, that would be recommended for PvP. I run blacksmithing and mining, which is not it. But for PvP with the grenades, good stuff. Extra stun from the grenade or damage. Very good. Warrior might actually need that. And I will have a link for the macros from Reddit that I use. Only some of them. I actually used to play the classic release 4 years ago. So I have all my macros from back then. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I believe this is it. I also stream every day on Twitch. The link will be in the pinned comment if you're interested. If you want to see it in action. The UI I linked in the middle of the video. You will see that there as well. And let me know in the comments below what's your experience with PvP as warrior. I'm actually quite curious about that. And yeah, until next time, you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Thank you very much for watching once again. And until next time, peace.